Hi everyone! Welcome to the visual guide for the Eyes of the Creator Normal. This is the first new floor made available by patch 3.4, Soul Surrender. I could recycle some puns here, but after some deliberation, I've decided to scrap that idea. My name is Ms. Tech, and I'll be your raid guide. The main idea behind this encounter is to prevent Refurbisher from rebuilding his body parts. We do this by reducing the amount of scrap on the platform through strategic use of these deadly lava pits. You'll notice once the encounter is initiated, Refurbisher will swallow the available scrap on the platform to rebuild his right arm. With this arm, he'll gain a few abilities. The first is Scrap, a column attack on the main tank. As such, the boss should never face the raid, and players should be careful when moving around the room to not get cleaved. Players will be marked with these orange markers and eventually drop down meteors. These do no damage on impact and can be dropped anywhere. You'll use these to line of sight Scrap Burst, a large AoE blast that will put up a dot on any player's hit. Scrap Burst will always follow the meteors dropping, so as soon as you see them plop down, make sure you're standing behind them. You'll notice scrap bots falling onto the platform throughout the encounter. Your goal is to use the power generators available to revive the adds, move them into the incoming lava quadrant, and destroy them before that lava activates. To do this, the off-tank will pick up a power generator and transport it to the available group of scrap. Once the generator discharges, the adds will tether to the off-tank and can be dragged to the correct quadrant. You can tell where a lava pit is incoming by these flashing walls. Destroy the adds as fast as possible once the off-tank has them positioned, and then return to the boss. Eventually, the lava will activate and destroy any scrap in that quadrant. Players will need to be careful not to stand in the active lava, as it'll put up a nasty fire dot on you. Stockpile is an attempt to consume any available scrap on the platform. If you've managed to revive adds and destroy them in the appropriate lava pit, you won't have anything to worry about changing here. If he does consume scrap, it'll go towards rebuilding the rest of his parts, the status of which you can see under the objective list. Scrap line is a large frontal cleave that players can avoid by standing directly behind the boss. The main tank can also cool down through this if they choose not to move. Eventually, the boss will summon Full Metal Faust that will drop down on the platform and deal proximity-based damage. Move away from the impact to reduce damage. Faust will tether to the boss and render him invulnerable. In this phase, the lava pits activate much faster and follow a different pattern. If Faust is caught in an active lava pit, he will explode and wipe the raid. As such, the off-tank should grab Faust and move him around as necessary to avoid lava while the raid burns him down. Watch out for his cleave and AoE blast. Once he's close to dead, the off-tank should position him to die in the next incoming lava quadrant. Once his body is destroyed by lava, the boss will lose his invulnerability and you can continue burning him down. Remember to revive adds and kill them in incoming lava pits. Hide from scrap burst behind meteors and dodge scrap line appropriately. Over time, Refurbisher will begin to spawn 2 lava pits at a time, but the same principles apply. You should be able to complete this fight on normal without Refurbisher reforming his second arm. If he does manage to build his second arm, the raid will have to suffer through double scrap line, which will hit anything on the platform for high to critical damage. This cannot be survived for too long, so I don't recommend it. If you somehow manage to let him rebuild his entire body, you will wipe. However, it's not too difficult to move through the pattern of reviving, moving, and destroying the adds properly. Do that and you'll be fine. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. Up next, we'll continue down into the Breath of the Creator Normal. As always, thanks for watching. Till next time.